Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Veteran Mountain Man, and today I'm coming to you with a bit of local politics. The state of Oregon is trying to pass a sales tax. Now, for those of you in the Pacific Northwest, you know that Oregon is an income tax state. It's one of the things that brings a lot of tourism into Oregon, is the fact that we don't charge people who come into our state sales tax. And citizens in Oregon, residents in Oregon, pay a lot for that. We already pay between 5 and 7% of our income, with the average being 6% of income. That's right. Most Oregonians pay 6% of their raw income, that's before federal taxation, to the state government by itself. We then pay exorbitant property taxes as well, even though 75% of our state is empty land. And yet they want to create a statewide sales tax. Now, they've already been shot down on a B&O tax. The state has gotten up and risen up and said there will be no business operation tax, because a business operation tax would just raise prices on everyone. So instead now they want to pass a sales tax and just be honest about it. Well, the truth be told, Oregonians pay too much in taxes as it is already. And so an individual gentleman has organized a march on the Salem Capitol building. It will be July 1st, and it'll be from 11 to 2. And I'm going to include a link to the Facebook event down below. They're going to have public speakers, including several members of government that oppose a state sales tax. And they're going to have an entire day's worth of events. And if you live in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, California, and you come into Oregon regularly, I would say show up. If you're in Oregon and you've got the time on that Saturday, I say show up. And the reason being is if we don't show up, we can't stop our state legislature. Oregon is supposed to be a state of free individuals. That's part of the reason we have the petition program. That's part of the reason why it was required that the state put taxes to a public vote. But they're going to try to emergency clause this, just like they did the gun control issue. We should not be allowing that. We need to put this to the public, and the public needs to shut it down. Oregonians are already taxed far too much. It's one of the reasons that the only reason businesses stay here and open up are great tax deals, is because if they didn't get a tax deal, they wouldn't come here. There are plenty of states in the U.S. that the states don't give tax deals, and those states have lower per capita tax. And the only way Oregon competes with those states is they offer deals. Well, we need to quit wheeling and dealing, and we need to quit relying on individual people, and we need to set a standard of law and live by it. And part of that standard needs to be only spending public money for public good and not special interests. We need to stop the politicians from buying votes, and that means we need to control the purse. And the only way to control the purse is to control the taxation and control how they can go into debt for spending. Now, I won't be able to join you at this march. I wish I could, but I am still currently required to, pay for my lifestyle, which requires me to work other than doing these YouTube videos and going to political rallies. So until I'm making enough money through this to actually be at every political rally I can, I've got to keep working, guys, and I'm unfortunately working that day. However, I am hoping that people will go and people will show their support for the stopping of the sales tax argument out of Salem, Oregon, and I hope that some of my listeners go and record these talking points and publish them on their own channels, and then link it back to this, because I would love to see the footage from that event, and I'd love to see the crowd, and I'd love to see the people gathered. And remember, it doesn't matter which party you're voting for here. There are Democrats that are opposed to this as well. So if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a liberal, a conservative, a 1776 libertarian, a small r Republican, show up. Tell them you don't want this tax. Let them see you. Make yourself heard. That's the only way we're going to fix this. Well, if you like what I'm doing here, once again, please like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on VidMe, please upvote and follow. I will try to post an update to this once the event happens. If I can get some raw footage from one of my listeners, I will do a bit of commentary on it and post it. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to commentary on some of the other political events that I've done recently, but I'm limited on time and resources, so I can only do what I can do. If you want to help with those resources and help get me more contributions so that I can get out there and do more events, go on over to Patreon. The link is down below, and become a subscriber. Thank you all, and have yourselves a great day.